Oh, boy.
What?
I can't comment without violating our agreement that I not criticize your work.
Then what was oh boy?
Great restraint on my part.
There's nothing wrong with the science here.
Perhaps you mean a different thing than I do when you say science.
Okay, how's that?
You actually had it right in the first place. Once again, you've fallen for one of my classic pranks. Bazinga. Leonard, you may be right. It appears that Penny secretly wants you in her life in a very intimate and carnal fashion.
You really think so?
Of course not. Even in my sleep-deprived state, I've managed to pull off another one of my classic pranks. Bazinga. What are we having?
Reconstituted Thai food.
Did you bring the dehydrated low-sodium soy sauce?
Check.
Freeze-dried spicy mustard?
Check.
And flash-frozen brown rice, not white?
Oh. Sorry.
Not to worry. I hid it. Bazinga.
And when we finally got our first positive data, you were so happy.
Oh, yes. In the world of emoticons, I was :D.
Okay, so Kim, the night manager, went on maternity leave, and her husband's name is Sandy, right? So get this. Her replacement is a woman named Sandy whose husband's name is Kim.
Wow.
I know. What are the odds? Oh.
Easily calculable. We begin by identifying the set of married couples with unisex names. We then eliminate those unqualified for restaurant work, the aged, the imprisoned, and the limbless, for example. Next, we'd look at the set of people with...
It's an amazing coincidence. Can we leave it at that?
I'm sorry. Oh, Penny. It's as if the Cheesecake Factory is run by witches. You know, I've always wanted to go to a goth nightclub.
Really?
Bazinga. None of you ever see my practical jokes coming, do you? There's just no pleasing you, is there, Leonard? You weren't happy with my previous approach to dealing with her, so I decided to employ operant conditioning techniques, building on the works of Thorndike and B.F. Skinner. Yet by this time next week, I believe I can have her jumping out of a pool, balancing a beach ball on her nose.
No. This has to stop now.
I'm not suggesting we really make her jump out of a pool. I thought the bazinga was implied.
Oh my gosh, she did it.
What could she possibly be talking about for so long?
Obviously, waitressing at the Cheesecake Factory is a complex socioeconomic activity that requires a great deal of analysis and planning. Bazinga.
Sheldon, are you busy?
Of course I'm busy.
Shall I wait?
Yes, please. How may I help you?
I've reconsidered your offer to let me work with you.
For me.
Yes, for you. I do, however, have a few conditions. First, at all times, I'm to be treated as a colleague and an equal. Second, my contributions shall be noted in all published materials. And third, you are never allowed to lecture me on Hinduism or my Indian culture.
I'm impressed, Raj. Those are very cogent and reasonable conditions.
Thank you.
I reject them all.
Then you leave me no choice. I accept the job.
I'm sorry. I believe you've misunderstood. I'm not giving you the job. I'm simply affording you the opportunity to apply for it. Have a seat. We'll get started with the interview.
What? You're kidding.
Please.
All right.
So. That's what you wear to an interview?
Come on, dude, we've been friends for years.
Oh, pulling strings, are we?
Sheldon, for God's sakes, don't make me beg.
Bazinga. You've fallen victim to another one of my classic practical jokes. I'm your boss now. You may want to laugh at that.
Sheldon, I don't suppose there's any chance you could give me my kite back?
I'm sorry, Raj, but the rules of aerial warfare dictate that the fallen kite go to the victor. And without rules, the competition has no meaning. And without meaning, the following would be an empty gesture. I have your kite. I have your kite. I want you to crawl back to him and apologize.
I'm busy.
Excuse me, miss. I'd like to order lunch.
Fine. What do you want?
I have a few questions. First, I noticed that you offer soup and a half sandwich.
Yes.
Where exactly does the half sandwich come from? Are you giving me half of someone else's sandwich? Or do I have to wait for someone else in the restaurant to order the other half?
No, Sheldon, they just make a half sandwich.
You can't make a half sandwich. If it's not half of a whole sandwich, it's just a small sandwich.
Okay, fine. It's soup and a small sandwich. Is that what you want?
No, of course not. I'll have my usual.
Great.
Aren't you going to ask me if I want a beverage?
Don't you usually get lemonade?
Yes.
You want lemonade?
Yes.
Anything else?
Yes, I want you to apologize to Leonard. Sheldon's log. Stardate 63345.3. While my colleagues are off observing the Leonid meteor shower, I've remained behind to complete my paper on the decays of highly excited massive string states. Although my research is going well, I do miss the warmth of human companionship. Dog up, red light, release accelerator, and slowly apply the brake. Nailed it.
Sheldon, look, I am scared and in a lot of pain. Could you please take a break from being you for just a minute and try being, I don't know, comforting?
I'm sorry. There. Everything's going to be fine. Sheldon's here.
This is Ira Plato, and you're listening to NPR's Science Friday. Joining us today by phone from his office in Pasadena, California, is Dr. Sheldon Cooper.
Oh, this is going to be a Wyatt.
Thanks for being with us today, Dr. Cooper.
My pleasure, Ira.
Now, let's talk about magnetic monopoles. Can you explain to our audience just what a monopole is?
Of course. First, consider an ordinary magnet, which has, as even the most uneducated in your audience must know, 2 poles. North and South pole. If you cut that in half, you have 2 smaller magnets, each with its own North and South pole.
Dr. Cooper, I think there might be something wrong with our connection.
No, I hear you fine. As I was saying, an ordinary magnet has 2 poles. The primary characteristic of a monopole is that it has only 1 pole, hence monopole. A requirement for string theory, or M theory, if you will, is the existence of monopoles. I myself led an expedition to the Arctic Circle in search of said particles. Cricky, I found the nozzle. I'm going to kill you.
Ooh, I love your shoes.
Oh, thanks. They are cute, aren't they?
Where'd you get them?
Shoes for less.
I've been meaning to go over there.
Oh, great selection, great prices.
Howard,
Yeah?
your shoes are delightful. Where did you get them?
What?
Bazinga. I don't care. Leonard.
What is it?
I made tea.
I don't want tea.
I didn't make tea for you. This is my tea.
Then why are you telling me?
It's a conversation starter.
It's a lousy conversation starter.
Oh, is it? We're conversing. Checkmate.
What the?
The TV is gone.
So are our laptops.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God! It's all right. They didn't take my comic books.
Three little kittens? Three little pigs? Oh, God, I don't know. Star Wars?
Good Lord, I could not have made this easier. The hydrogen atom, H, plus pigs minus P, Higgs. Bo, General Zod trapped in the Phantom Zone. Bozone, pair, tickle, Higgs, boson, particle. How could you not get that?
No, I don't think so. We need to go home now.
But I'm still working.
If you don't come out of there, I'm gonna have to drag you out.
You can try, but you'll never catch me.
For God's sakes! Sheldon, come here!
Bazinga. 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 Leonard and Penny. Leonard and Penny.